Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 9 of Dating Woes. Wow, I can't believe it's already 9 episodes. This has been so epic. This episode is going to dabble into the life of JC. This was a very interesting story of dating. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the story. So, JC is someone that I've known since 10th grade. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I've known them since 8th grade. We dated back in 10th grade. And been always a really cool guy. I loved his mom. He was really great friends. He was a very great athlete. He was always intelligent. He had a great head on his shoulders. We had different paths when we left high school. He went on and did military and went to college. I went straight to college. So we reconnected on Facebook when you can go back when Facebook was only for college students, when it was like first established. So we reconnected on there. Saw that he was dating and he was in school and he was traveling the world. And I was like, oh, that's so great. He was always an attractive guy. It was really cool. So then fast forward to last year. I would say January of last year, I had told myself I wasn't going to date. I went through a little traumatic experience in January of 2019. So, I was kind of reluctant on really dating. I was taking a step back. I was going to be by myself. So I did that for about 6 months in the first of last year. It was really great to just be, the energy, just to be with myself, date myself and those kind of things. But, I always kept up with him, with JC. JC would always call, we would FaceTime, he had an iPhone, we would talk about life. He was definitely seeking ministry, so I was like, really attracted to him that way because, I was definitely going through a lot of things myself when it came to the ministry and me with my faith. And last year was my Job year, so we definitely talked about a lot of the things like that. So we really connected mentally and spiritually. So I was like, okay, this is something that I'm interested in, going forward. So I was definitely thinking about like, okay, what else can I do, with this guy? He's somebody who I feel like I can definitely be with. So let's see how this goes. So let's fast forward to June of last year, 2019. Actually, it was May when he got here. Let's fast forward to May 2019. And he was like, hey, I'm really liking you. I'm not liking where I am because, he was in Alabama. He was like, I'm interested in coming out to LA. Let me see how it is. Never been. And I was telling him about how great it is. And, there's different ways to make money out here. Or, you can come out here and have a great time with me. And he was like, cool, let's do this. I'm going to go out for a month, see if I like it. Then I might move there in October. And I'm like, hey, let's do this. Like, got an extra bedroom. My roommate's going to be moving out around that time. So let's do this. So he booked a flight. He booked a one-way ticket. I picked him up at the airport. His flight actually ended up getting delayed, which was crazy. I almost missed his connecting flight, but he ended up coming in a lot later than he was supposed to. Picked him up from the airport, so it was like really late when he got back. When he got into town, picked him up. It was like almost like midnight by the time I got him. So of course I know he was tired. So I was like, hey, why don't you just take a shower and go to sleep, and then we'll talk in the morning. And he was like, cool. So, he got here, and it was just really cool just to talk for a little bit. We talked while we were just resting, and it was a real cool moment just to, have a friendship like that. I feel like that Waiting to Exhale moment when Angela Bassett told Wilson, like, just hold me. It was like the kind of moment where it was just, like, cool. Like, we just went to sleep. It was dope, And it's something that I wanted. I wanted, like, that kind of friendship. So, woke up the next day. He was like, yeah, let me go to Walmart. Let's go buy some things. When I have him on a certain strict diet regimen that I have. And I'm like, cool, we go to Walmart, go to the grocery store. Showed him around town. We really connected. Everything was good. But then I started noticing that he had told me he had quit smoking. But then he started smoking a whole lot. And, that's a big turnoff for me. And that's a big no-no for me. I hate, like, cigarette smoke. Oh, it smells so bad. So I was like, well, you can smoke on the balcony. Like, I don't want you smoking in here because I just don't like it. I had to light like 15 candles because it smelled like smoke a whole lot and everything. Then I started noticing like he was very different in person. And I don't know if you've ever dated someone who has served in the military, but they change a little bit depending on what kind of combat they saw. So I could tell that it was something going on with him, and he's also dealing with a custody battle with his ex-wife or his kid. So he was going through a lot emotionally too, and he was trying to start something with me. So it was kind of, it was a lot to take in, of course, emotionally for both of us. Because I'm going through something, he's going through something, but we're trying to find each other in the midst of everything that we have going on. So fast forward to he's been here for 2 days. We go out to the beach in Santa Monica. We go walk around. We enjoy that. Go out to eat out there. And then he was just like, yeah, I don't really like the traffic out here. It's too many people. And he was like, it's a lot going on out here. I'm not liking this. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm just like, whatever. So the next day, I noticed that, this is day 3. So the last time he took a shower was on day 1, when he first got here. So, I'm like, we went to Santa Monica, we walking around, we rode bikes. And I'm just like, you gonna take a shower? I got 2. You gonna take one? Here's your towels, here's some soap right here, there's some Dove. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm just like, but you ain't washed yourself in 3 days, sir. I sweat. I wash every day. I wash twice a day. So I'm like, you can't take one shower? So, you didn't take a shower. And then I started noticing other things where he would use the bathroom and he wouldn't flush. Now, some people forget to flush on number 1. If it's late at night, you don't want to flush. I can understand that. I do it when I wake up in the morning. If I wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock, I don't want to wake other people up. So, I might not flush then. But I always flush in the morning when I go back, because I'm the first one back to the bathroom. I've done that before in situations. But with number 2, I always flush with number 2. I even got the poopery in the bathroom. You spray it first, sit down, do your business, flush. It smells good, ain't no problems. But yeah, that didn't happen this way. So, and he would do it all the time, because what he was eating was some weird, sardines type stuff. He was eating with crackers and some other stuff, and he was on this weird egg yolk type thing. So he eating all this stuff that, making him go to the bathroom. And, he was adjusting to out here. So, anytime I go somewhere, I always got to adjust a little bit with my body and the time difference and stuff with eating. So, he was crapping a lot. So every time I go in the bathroom, I'm seeing crap. And I'm just like, dude, can we flush the toilet here? I don't want to see this every time I walk in the bathroom. What's going on here? And he was like, I'm so sorry. I'm used to living by myself. And I'm like, so you don't flush the toilet at your house? I don't understand this. Why you ain't flushing the toilet, right? And then he didn't brush his teeth. So, he's smoking cigarettes. He's not washing himself. He hasn't really, he's spraying cologne. And he's saying he doesn't stink. And I'm just like, yeah, sir, everybody sweats. If you walk anywhere, if you do anything, you're going to sweat. We all have sweat glands in our bodies. It's going to protrude. It happens all the time. You're not anyone that, unless you're alien and I don't know this, you're going to sweat. But, he wouldn't take showers. So this is day 4.5 at this point, right? So we go outside because I was going to walk to the train station. I was like, you going to walk to the train station with me? Because I didn't feel like driving. And he was like, cool. So he was like, I'm going to go smoke real quick while you get ready. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So he goes to the front of the building. When I go out there, there's this girl out there that she's looking for a roommate. And he was like, oh, this would be a good thing. She's looking for a roommate. Why don't y'all exchange information? And I was like, cool. So I exchanged information with her. And I was like, hey, just hit me up if you're interested. I can definitely tell you more about the building and stuff. So she was like, well, I'm going to go in here and talk to the people. And then I'll let you know. And I'm like, cool. Don't think nothing else of it. So around, this is day 5 at this point. We went and did some things that he wanted to do. Went on to a TV show and all this other stuff. So at this point, I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm not really feeling him. I'm very disconnected on the smoking. I'm very disconnected on his hygiene. I'm very disconnected on what he eating. It's certain things, you eat sardines. Sardines really smell. And if you ain't brushing your teeth, yeah, just imagine, you can imagine the smell, right? And then you don't flush the toilet on number 2. I'm just like, it's a lot of things that you need to get together. And then, he's, like I said, he's going through some things with his ex-wife. So he on the phone talking to her and saying there's a conspiracy going on. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy, what am I dating right now? So this man in my house. And this is only day 5. I'm I was like, okay, this ain't gonna work out right here. This is, I'm kind of good on this situation, right? So I'm just kind of good. So then he's he propositions me. And that's a whole other story too. I talk about this more I'll talk about this more in one of my scripts, so I'm not gonna go into detail on it. But let's just say it was like one of the stupidest propositions I ever heard in my life. I'll talk about it. Maybe one day I might go back to it and tell y'all about what happened. But let's just say it was the top of the tip of everything that put me over the edge. And I was like, yeah, you need to go. At this point, yeah, we need to. This ain't working out. And I'm glad we were on the same agreement when it came to that. But then he got kind of like weird, and he was like, he left, and he left for like a good like solid like 8 hours. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, he just dipped out. He didn't tell me where he was. He just dipped out, right? And we were supposed to go hang out that night. So he didn't get back till late. And I'm just like, where he been all this time? He just disappeared. And at this point, I'm just like, whatever. I'm perturbed. I'm just like, whatever. Like, you gonna be leaving. And then he came back and said, yeah, I'm gonna go home. And I was like really happy at this point. And I was like, oh, are you leaving? Okay, good. You know. But one of his friends from the military lived in San Diego, and he was like, well, I'm going to go hang out with him, and then I'm going to fly to San Diego back home. I was like, perfect. You know, you have a great life there, sir. You know, because we were pretty much done at this point. So fast forward to like a week later, right? So at this point, I'm like just chilling. I'm like hanging out with my friends, and I'm going to Facebook because he actually met a couple of my friends while he was here. So I go on to Facebook, and I see pictures posted. And guess what them pictures were? Those pictures were of that same woman who we met outside the building. Apparently, I guess they had been talking before I got there, and he had already got her information, right? So apparently, they went out on a date. So I see all these pictures in Santa Monica where we went. It's like the same restaurant and everything. I'm like, dude, he said he just went and took this woman out who was new to LA. You went and took her to the same place I took you. And you came back to my place and decided to like sleep in my house and stuff and everything. I'm like, wow. I'm like, people are crazy. So yeah, that's my JC story. It gets crazier than that, but that's all I'm gonna talk about like on this episode. But thank you so much for definitely listening. You definitely can listen on. I'm on all outlets now for the Dating Woes show. All you gotta do is Google Dating Woes. I come directly up. You can go to datingwoes.com. Definitely hit up any links. Follow me on social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Play, everywhere. Just thank you so much for being so supportive. Again, this is episode 9, Dating Woes, and this is Niambi the Great, aka Niambi Aprilia Ingram. I'll let you all later. You all have a blessed day. Peace.